linking to me there. I'm doing this off my phone for the first time. That's a sales pitch, we'll get rid of that. So I want to talk about two great agile tastes that taste great together. So something we've discovered while we're doing agile, that open space meetings and retrospectives really work well for some of our longer feedback cycle events. So who knows what an open space meeting, who's experienced those? So viewers, not everybody. Okay, so we'll do this quick. So what's open space? It's a self-organizing practice where basically we're trying to use creativity and leadership and a collective activity to get buy-in and a different way of doing meetings. So it's only got 5 kind of guiding principles. First one is about people. Whoever turns up are the right people to turn up because you're the ones that care. The next one is whenever it starts is the right time. You can't, you've got to enter the creative flow at the right point in time. Third one, whatever happens is the only thing that can happen, so don't worry about it. Just ride the wave, go with it. Practice that agile yes and mentality. And when it's over, because creativity goes in rhythm, it naturally you mine out certain topics. So the way we do it, there's one more, that's law of 2 feet, which is it's your responsibility to go to the place where you can add and contribute the most. And if you're not contributing or adding, move on somewhere else, see if you can add value there. So that's open space meetings. Who knows about retrospectives? See some more hands, yeah, that's good. Thank God for that. So that was my definition of a retrospective. We know them and love them. One of the problems with them is they can become a little bit stale. They're quite good for the fast retrospectives, like sprint retrospectives or even shorter ones, the daily stand-ups, great. But some of our longer cycles, so we release every 6 weeks, and we have a 6-weekly release retrospective. And you can get into this problem of proximity. It's just the things that happened in the last week that people are talking about. Stuff that happened at the beginning didn't kind of work. And we were finding we were building a backlog of stuff up that we weren't actually getting through. So we were coming up with some ideas and some ways of fixing them, but they would just come into a backlog and then not getting actioned. So somebody had a great idea, which was, well, why don't we were just using open space meetings at that time, and they said, why don't we try and combine those 2 great things, open space and a retrospective. So we did this, and we did it by splitting the retrospective into 2 parts. So there'd be a normal retrospective at the beginning where you'd solicit ideas, and that's just post-it notes, just brainstorming around, the KISS kind of scenario. What do you want to keep? What do you want to improve? What do you want to start? What do you want to stop? Use any of those techniques to generate your list of items, normally on post-it notes. We'd then dot vote them to see what people are actually interested in, and then we'd go into an open space meeting. So we'd take the 4 top voted items, we'd stick those onto sheets. The people that were interested in those would go off for, say, a 20-minute session where you'd actually put them at each corner of the room, and you'd go in and huddle people that are interested in that, start drawing up your ideas, documenting it on a sheet. And that's basically it. Those 2 things kind of work together. So what did we find what happened? Well, sure, we got the right people turning up. It was a bit more self-organising and people got more involved in the topics we were discussing. Pretty obvious, that one. So it's all about feedback loops. A lot of agility is about feedback loops. I think the biggest win for us was that actually what we found was big topics and items were actually getting resolved because the right people were talking about them, that the right interested people were then taking them out of that meeting and seeing if they could get a resolution. So, all good stuff. Something we've learned. I'm sure that other people could use that to great advantage as well. So, thank you.